that you could build a legitimate fortune without a six-figure salary or some secret Wall Street connection. I know, it sounds a little too good to be true, but it really just boils down to one simple decision, a decision that most people completely miss. So let's break down how one small, consistent habit can totally change your financial future.
So, for real, could one single choice actually change everything for you financially? It seems kind of unlikely, right? We're always taught that building wealth is this super complex thing, but honestly, it often just comes down to one consistent action. The real problem is that most of us are stuck in a financial trap we don't even see.
And this is what that trap looks like in the real world. A recent study found that most Americans can't even cover a surprise $1,000 emergency. Just let that sink in for a second. A blown tire, a surprise medical bill, that's all it would take to completely derail the finances of more than half the country. This isn't just a low-income problem, it's a financial fragility problem, and it is everywhere.
See, the real enemy here isn't necessarily your income. It's this thing called the cycle of consumption. We earn money, we spend it, and then we do it all over again next month. It's a loop that prevents any real wealth from ever being built. You might see people with the nice car or the newest phone, but right underneath the surface, they are one paycheck away from total disaster.
So how do you break free from that cycle? Well, it all starts with understanding a really simple truth about how wealth is actually built. And here's a hint. The secret is incredibly, incredibly boring. And that's exactly why most people miss it.
We're all bombarded with these glamorous myths, right? You got to make some slick Wall Street deal, hit it big on a tech IPO, or win the lottery. But that's just not how it works for 99% of people. The reality is, well, it's way simpler. It's built on three pillars: being consistent, giving it time, and letting the quiet magic of compound growth do its thing.
Which brings us to the actual plan. A strategy that is so simple and so accessible that pretty much anyone can start doing it today. You don't need thousands of dollars. You just need one small, totally manageable commitment.
Think about this for a second. By just committing to save and invest $100 every single month, you immediately pull ahead of more than 60% of your peers. It's not because $100 will make you rich overnight, it's because you're building a habit of discipline that, frankly, most people just never develop.
And finding that $100 is often way easier than you'd think. This isn't about making huge, painful sacrifices. It could be as simple as calling your cell phone company and renegotiating your bill, canceling a couple of streaming services you never watch, or just eating out one less time a month. The money is there if you actually look for it.
Okay, so you've found your $100. Now this is where the real magic starts to happen. This is the moment your money stops being just money and it starts turning into a wealth-generating machine that works for you 24/7, even while you're sleeping.
Just look at how this snowballs over time. After 10 years of putting in that $100 a month, you'd have around $18,000. Not bad, a good start. But this is where it gets crazy. After 20 years, you don't just have double that amount, you have over $60,000. Fast forward to 30 years, and now we're talking $150 grand. And after a full 40-year career, that same simple $100 a month explodes to over $350,000. The growth isn't a straight line. It's a curve that gets steeper and steeper and steeper.
And here it is, the most incredible part of all. Over those 40 years, your total contribution, the money you actually put in from your pocket, was only $48,000. But your account is worth over $350,000. That means over 85% of your final wealth came from compound growth, not your own savings. Your money did all the heavy lifting. This simple, powerful math changes everything.
Okay, but knowing the math is really only half the battle. The part that trips almost everyone up isn't the numbers on a chart. It's the battle that happens inside our own heads.
The true challenge, the real work, is choosing discipline over instant gratification. We live in a culture that is just screaming at us, buy now, pay later, promoting spending over investing. Every single month, you're going to face a choice with that $100. And overcoming that constant temptation, that's the real grind.
So how do you win that internal fight? You cheat. You build a system. Investment automation is the absolute key. You set it up one time and that money moves automatically every single month, just like your rent or your car payment. You treat your future self like a bill that has to be paid first. This is what paying yourself first actually means, and it takes willpower completely out of the equation.
You know, this famous quote just nails the whole concept perfectly.
When you're talking about compound interest, you're either the one earning it or you're the one paying it through credit card debt and inflation. There's no middle ground. This $100 plan puts you firmly on the winning side of that equation.
So this all brings us to one final and really crucial question. What is the single most powerful asset you have for building wealth? It's not how much you make. It's not how smart you are. And it's definitely not your ability to pick the hot new stock. It's time. Time is the fuel that makes the engine of compound growth run, and it is your single biggest advantage. Every single month you wait to start is a month of potential growth that you can never, ever get back. The person who starts at 25 instead of 35 doesn't just lose 10 years of contributions. They lose the most powerful, most explosive years of compounding.
You've probably heard the old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Well, the second best time is right now. This isn't about finding the perfect moment or waiting until you have a ton of money to invest. It's about taking one small step. So the only question left is, what's your first step going to be?